I'll send it off, so you want to send it back.
Do you want to keep this and put this one? Do that and
I did that
then,
for
till I
an
get you
option.
some.
Okay, great.
I haven't put it on, I'm just forgetting. What size are those?
Well, that's the smallest I could find.
They played it in November.
They got beat 2-0.
Camera is on.
They played again.
No,
That
that
was
was
our
it.
game.
2 minutes to go.
Well,
They
it's just,
umpires at night, now he's
you
done something.
can hold a lot on 60.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Or behind the
Was on the traffic. Okay.
Well, no, JoJo's.
How much was that?
Nothing. Not a thing. I don't want nothing. I'll just, that's my story.
Do you need your book over here?
I don't think so. Yeah, yeah. I think Billy's gonna speak to it.
Okay.
It's like we have something official built.
The mayor out today.
You know,
He's down in Hilton. He usually goes play.
Yeah, it's like a slam the table or something.
That's still over at Hilton Head.
makes it fun.
Tonight we got Gary Corby on here.
That was
Oh,
an
yeah.
That's the nut that lives in Georgia.
I'm not, oh, yes, absolutely.
He had his mom's sisters like that.
Aaron, you ready?
The sister beat him out.
I'm gonna call the Loudon County Commission meeting to order for June 2nd, 2025. First up is Jim Jenkins.
Thank you, Commissioners. Items A through G will all be resolutions amending the zoning map of Loudon County, Tennessee pursuant to Chapter 7, 13-7-105 of Tennessee Code Annotated. Item A will be rezoned from A2 Rural Residential District, F1 Floodway District, to A3 Developing Agricultural District, F1 Floodway District, Loudon County Tax Map 017N, Group C, parcels 5, 6, and 7, located at 1758 North Wilkerson Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 6th Legislative District. This was recommended by Planning Commission.
B.
This will be the result from A2 Rural Residential District, A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 84, Parcel 95, located at 3330 North Trigonia Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 3rd Legislative District, and was recommended by Planning Commission.
C.
This is the rezone from A1 Agricultural Forestry District to CFD Community Facilities District, Loudon County Tax Map 64, Parcel 3603, located on New Hope Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 4th Legislative District. This did not receive recommendation.
I was gonna say, Jim, thank you. This was denied, by planning. We spoke about this at our workshop, and I'll be asking for your support that we 100% deny this request.
Okay. D.
This will be the result from A2 Rural Residential District, A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 56, Parcels 7 and 8, located at 10401 Lee Highway, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 4th Legislative District. It was recommended.
E.
This is the rezone from A2 Rural Residential District, A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 58, Parcel 54, located at 20745 Barlow Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 1st Legislative District, approximately 1 acre only, and it was recommended.
No comment. F,
This is the rezone from A1 Agricultural Forestry District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 39, Parcel 135, located at 3860 Prospect Church Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 4th Legislative District, and it was recommended.
no comments. G,
This is to rezone from A2 Agricultural Forestry District, R2 Multifamily Residential District, Loudon County Tax Map 44, parcels 6128, 6129, and 6130, located at 700 Friendsville Road, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in 3rd Legislative District, and was recommended.
Jim will be voting in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
Since it's a public hearing, we have 4 people that signed up. Doug Lynn,
Is that a question?
Good evening, my name is Doug Lynn, and I live in the New Hope community of Loudon County. In fact, the proposed quarry site is within sight of my front yard, and I'm opposed to this quarry for several reasons. One is the condition of the roads in the community, they're very narrow. Either direction you go from the quarry site to Loudon or to Sweetwater, you've got curves that are very narrow. We already have sod farm traffic in the area, 18-wheelers, and when a dump truck meets a sod truck, one of them invariably goes off in a ditch, which requires tow truck assistance. Secondly, I'm opposed to the quarry site because of the noise and vibration that will result from it. This past summer, there was a blast that shook our house, and I can imagine what the blasting would do continuously. Thirdly, it will create dust that will potentially contaminate the environment. It will decrease the property value of my property, which will be next door to the quarry. In essence, it will forever change the character of the community. And I don't think the quarry site should be approved. Thank you.
Okay.
thank you. Crystal Todd,
Hey, Jim, I'm against the quarry, and that's how I'll vote here in a minute, but if they're operating a quarry illegally right now, we need to try to get that shut down. If they're down there blasting and hauling rock out of there, and they're not permitted,
Correct.
we need to take steps in that direction.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Crystal Todd. I'm talking about the Friendsville Road parcel. One, from what I understand, they're gonna make the entrance into that lot off of 321. Well, then it would no longer be a Friendsville Road address, because then it wouldn't count as 700 Friendsville Road. Two, with that many homes there, I'm against it being that crowded there. I mean, there's no room to breathe. 26 homes on 17 acres. You have to allow for roads, easements, and a bus turnaround, because you can't have the bus loading and unloading children on a highway. If they can safely have a place for the bus to turn around inside without it being hindered by parking cars or traffic. I just don't see the reason to have house upon house upon house with no room to breathe. I mean, you don't wanna smell each other's dirty laundry. And I mean, that's the way I'd put it. 26 homes, till you lose the acreage of making the roads, the easements and everything, you're losing a couple of acres. I mean, I don't understand. None of the homes around there are on top of each other. Other than there's just a couple of duplexes there, and they have nice large yards and everything. I just don't wanna see us turning into Lenore City or Knoxville with houses upon houses and no room to breathe. It's a nice
I can
community.
tell you this, well, I hate to take up, we have put in more restrictive building regulations in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, very restrictive. change zoning and everything, and it comes to the question, you know, we've changed everything now, if we say you gotta do A, B, C, and D, and they say, we meet A, B, C, and D, now what do you do? They're meeting the county's requirements to build on that piece of property now. You know, like I said, I'm like you, I don't want houses on top of houses and whatever, you know. Me, I prefer non-clustering myself, make
Well,
it
I
look
just
more.
figure if you open that up for them, then you're opening it up for everybody. Anybody that has a larger amount, they're gonna wanna go from A1 or A3 to the R2. You've got, what, 50 acres up further that's going up. They're gonna wanna do the same thing.
Well, it's gotta go through planning, and like I said, you know, we've got everything on the book, what can you tell people?
Well,
what-
sometimes planning is wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
we're all
just-
human, that people make mistakes. I'm all for building, I'm all for people having homes. But I don't believe we should be overcrowded there. There's a lot of workplaces there, it's just a bad area. You're gonna have little children, and 321's a busy road. I worry about children running into the road, the speeders, I mean, Lord knows, we get enough cop traffic chasing the speeders coming over the dam.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd like to keep it a nice residential section, all for progress. What's wrong with 1 acre per house? So, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I appreciate everything you say.
Jeffrey, Mark, there you go.
Hello, Commissioners. Thank you for hearing me out. I'm Jeffrey Mark. I live in unincorporated Loudon County, right next door to Crystal. I'm very concerned about how the county might change, just like Crystal was saying, about putting so many houses on top of each other, is what she said before. And Commissioner Satterfield, I really trust your judgment on this. We've talked about this often.
Right.
So I'm kind of wondering in the bigger picture, if maybe we need to readdress the R.
You know,
I don't know anything about it, I'm a newcomer, so
Well, you know,
I feign ignorance.
the two commissioners that did, and Jim that did a lot of work on it, is Commissioner Schaefer and Commissioner Waller that actually changed everything about that in order to keep control of growth and not just have explosion. And like I said, the commission, this was presented to Planning Commission, us commission about, you know, what we could live with as far as letting them develop. And,
Sure.
you know, I don't think we can get to the point where you can have zero growth, you
Right.
know? And we put in a lot of work and changed all this, and like I said, I don't know the answer when, you know, when the county says, you've got to do this, this, and this, and the people say, we've done it, we've met your requirements, now, what do we do? The only thing that comes with this is, the zoning and so forth for this particular project goes with the project. If it fails to be this project, it goes back to the zoning it was before. It doesn't stay that way, so they need to understand that if they, there's no switching horses in the middle of the stream deciding they wanna do something else once they start building.
Okay.
And I didn't mean to take up your speaking time,
Oh, no,
sorry.
that's always happy to hear, and yeah, I didn't know who was on that commission, I trust the thoughts of Shaver and everybody in there. So, anyway, you've heard my piece, I also think 1 acre per house for Loudon County is just a good spot.
If you don't have sewer and water, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, I know. And then you go build a sewer all the way down to
The city of Friendsville put a sewer from Friendsville all the way down to Glendale, so.
Oh, I know.
You know how much they pay for that?
Yeah. It's 2 men and a backhoe did that.
I watched you do it. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for what you do.
Edmund Ledford.
I appreciate being given the opportunity to speak. Can the county put what's on their agenda every month on the county website or is it done?
It's on
Maybe I
there, should be.
overlook it, whatever.
It's on there.
I'm not for sure. And what you just said about the sewer line, there is a sewer line from, JB's store, just about, or what used to be JB's store, all the way to Arnold.
Yeah, there's sewer line there, and I said the city of Princeville come all the way down 321 to Glendale School.
But it's private, where I understand. Nobody can tap onto it unless you live in that little subdivision down there.
We're at it. Glendale?
Yes,
No, it's not private.
it's not private.
No. In fact, those people down there raised Cain with me, they got letters telling them that they had to hook up to it. And we fought through that. No, it's not private.
Okay.
No.
I know the, pumping station is there at, Estates number 2, the entrance, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the.
It goes
receiving
down,
tank,
it goes back
whatever.
into that to the new built subdivisions too, Emily's Landing and so forth.
Okay,
Yeah, it comes, we run that all the way, it goes to Wind River, all the way down to Emily's Landing, and that's where it stopped. It didn't go across the river,
it didn't come this way.
huh? No,
You said across the river, it didn't
No.
come in the Lenore City.
No. Lenore City has their own
So
sewer
if
and,
somebody lived along that sewer line,
you,
they could possibly get a permit to tap onto it.
oh, absolutely. Just call TAS, and you certainly can,
I like being a well-informed citizen,
yes.
that's why I'm here.
We welcome new customers,
And that's why I signed that paper, just because just in case I wanna exercise my lungs.
yeah.
And there's cameras behind me, got my best side.
Got
Okay, that concludes the public comments for the public hearing. I get to open the meeting tonight, so if you'd stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if you would bow your head. Lord, thank you for the many blessings you've bestowed upon us. We ask that you bless this commission meeting tonight and the commissioners who serve our great county. Grant them the wisdom and the knowledge to make the right decisions. We ask too that you watch over our first responders, our military personnel, and our law enforcement officers as they go about their protective duties. Rest in peace, Loudon County units 904, 910, 919, Richmond units 71 and 764. Your family and friends miss you. We ask all of this in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay, Tammy, call the roll.
Randolph.
Here.
James.
Here.
Jenkins.
Here.
Cullen. Here. Satterfield.
Here.
Whitfield.
Here.
Cohen.
Here.
Morrison.
Here.
Shaver.
Yep.
Waller.
Next up is the adoption of the June 2nd, 2025 County Commission agenda.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of our missing commissioner, Commissioner Wall over here, I'm going to ask the indulgence of the commission to add an item to the agenda. I left on y'all's desk kind of a resume of a fellow he's asking to have added to the Solid Waste Commission. Talk about qualified, good gracious. But if that's okay with the commission, they have another meeting before we'll have another voting meeting. Is the only reason he's asking to go ahead and get it done now, so. You don't, no, that don't count. So,
I'll put a number B. You're gonna do Buddies because he's at the beach.
all right,
So you'll be B under there for solid waste.
all right.
Can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner James. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up is the reading and acceptance of the May 5th, 2025 Loudon County Commission minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
We got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield to approve,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Quillen. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. General public comments? Edmund Whitford, you're back up.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Blake Moore.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Blake Moore, a Loudon County District 1 resident. Tonight, there are several budget additions for discussion, and we regularly hear a lot about spending more money, about adding spending to the budget, adding legacy spending for raises, insurance benefits, drones, etc., that will unfortunately negatively affect budgets for this year and for every year to come. I'm not saying any of this is bad. But what we don't hear a lot about is how are we going to continue to pay for all of this? And if we have plenty of money in the budget, why don't we also talk about paying down the debt, reducing the need for new bonds, etc.? Ultimately, this leads to the question of, can we ensure fiscal responsibility by determining a way to reduce debt at the same time we are adding costs? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Pat Hunter, you're up.
My name is Pat Hunter, and I reside in the 5th District. I would like to say that adding an item to the agenda that has not gone before the workshop is violating your procedural rules. There have been vacancies on the Solid Waste Commission for 2 months now, so there's no reason why this candidate could not have been vetted in the workshop before coming for a vote. The second item that I would like to discuss or ask a question about is in regards to the insurance. I would like to know what will be the employee county cost share on each not policy, but each option. The other item that I would like to share a little bit of disappointment in is your 171 general capital projects. Although I see that painting is nice and renovations in the bathroom is nice and painting is nice, there is a difference between aesthetics, beauty, painting walls, and necessity, making the doors handicap accessible. It's called setting priorities. Doors to the elevator are not handicap accessible. The doors to the downstairs are not handicap accessible. Using the public address system would be very nice so we can hear. So those are my concerns. And I too share a concern about spending, because eventually, at the end of the day, we the taxpayers have to pay for all of the spending. And I think it has been pointed out several times that we can't continue to spend, especially on reoccurring expenditures, without knowing how we're gonna be paying for them in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jim Jenkins, come on back up, we'll vote each one of those zoning changes.
Start with item A. So Wilkerson Road.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion on behalf of Commissioner Waller, since he's not here, that's his district.
You should have voted the other way.
Am I reading the right one? Where am I at? Oh,
Should
here I
be
am.
A.
Here I am, I'm there now.
Wilkerson Road,
Yeah, 6th district.
Do we have a
motion
second?
to approve.
I'll make the motion.
He made it. You gonna second it?
I'll be happy to second it. He just said I won't make a motion. I don't know if he's approving it or giving.
Oh, it's a motion. It's a real motion.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Whitfield, to approve item A. Any further discussions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. B.
So item D will be the Trigonia Road, it's in the 3rd Legislative District.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Satterfield to approve, seconded by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. C.
This will be the New Hope Road in the 4th Legislative District.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we deny, we sure don't need a quarry down in Philadelphia, Tennessee. It's a nice, peaceful community, and it's gonna stay that way as long as I'm around.
Second.
And I would like to, add to Chase that I would really appreciate you, if they're down there operating now, to get that thing shut down.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, if anybody needs rock, we've got 3 of them in District 3.
Yeah, ain't that true?
And it would be 4 if you could step across the county line a few feet into Friendsville, we have actually 4 rock quarries.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Randolph. This is gonna be a little different. Voting yes denies the request.
That's correct.
Now, Henry, don't start.
Yes means no.
You got it.
Yeah, we've been down that road, haven't we?
We've been there a few times. But anyway, yes is deny it,
That's all.
no is to approve it. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Denied.
denied. Motion does not carry. D.
This is the Highway 11, situated also in the 4th Legislative District.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield,
Second. Joe got it.
seconded by Commissioner Morrison to approve Highway 11 in the 4th District. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. E.
E is Bonnell Road, rezoning request situated in the 1st Legislative District.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner James, seconded by Commissioner Randolph to approve the rezone in the 1st District. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
This is Prospect Church Road rezoning, it's situated in the 4th.
Just help me remember, Jim, that's gonna be an A2 and then an A3.
Yeah, I think
Basically
it's,
have 2 lots.
it's going into 3 tracks total, 2 1-acre and 1 2-acre, I believe.
Make a motion we approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield to approve, seconded by Commissioner James. Any further discussions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, before we get through to G, I want the gentleman to bring his drawings and displays and tell us exactly what we're gonna do. Or what he wants to do.
So the plan is, we changed it, we were originally coming off of Friendsville Road, but we changed it to Highway 321 entrance, 26 lots, roughly half-acre lots. Got some typical house plans, we're gonna do ranchers and 2-story homes. So, you know, anywhere from 1,500 feet to 2,500 feet.
Is there, will the drive accommodate a school bus to come in and pick up kids?
Yes.
It's not picking them
And
up
it will
off
have a hammerhead down here where Friendsville Road is, it is not a connector.
not a connector.
So the entrance will come off. We worked with T-Dot. They've already signed off and said that we can do it, which was something we weren't expecting at first.
So a school bus can get in and,
Yes,
and
the
pick
roads
up
are
kids?
wide enough. It's not private roads, it's all public roads.
Okay. And that's the way it's gonna look right
That's
there.
what it'll look like. All detached homes.
Would you turn that over here to these folks here where they can see it?
And these are
Will there
just
be a fence around that retaining pond?
whatever the county commission asks, or whatever the codes state what we have to do, we'll be doing.
Jim, will they be making sure there's a fence
There's no
around it?
regulation.
There's
that
no
would
regulation
apply.
on it. This is actually down where the duplexes are. So where the duplexes sit down here and it's just a small detention pond that everything feeds off.
And-
This is a rezoning process. It still has to go through planning for review of the subdivision.
Yeah, they're not
This is
home
just
for
beginning.
you yet. And again, and what we approve is for this project only.
This developer, this development, if it
Yep.
does it, if it's not this developer, this development, it reverts back to its original zoning.
It's only. So,
Yeah,
no
the
hand,
intention
no,
is for us to build it, not to sell it.
okay, we just want, like I said,
What
yes.
is the price range for your homes?
They're gonna be anywhere from 400,000 to 500,000, somewhere in there.
Oh, they'll be beautiful, I know.
Yeah,
Turner
I'm,
homes are
I'm
very
sorry,
well.
I know.
That's fine.
But when you pull out on 321, you're gonna have to turn right, because
Right.
it can't go across.
Right.
That's gonna put a lot of traffic on Friendsville Road. A lot of traffic on Friendsville Road, because they're gonna cut up that way.
That, I don't know. Like I said,
So, you know, we might need.
I live on the same road that Friendsville Road is, and I can tell you it is,
Treacherous
it's-
road.
well, yeah, coming from my house to Meta out to 321, which is right there beside it.
That's right.
I dodge dump trucks and cars doing about 70 and everything, but anyhow,
But they'll have to go down and then turn around if they wanna head back north or south or whatever you wanna call it.
yeah,
Down here,
unless,
south
unless,
is north and north is south.
unless they eventually wanna get, if T-Dot will approve a drive-through. But like I said, this is in planning, right? It's still gotta go through some hurdles just yet, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm worried about
Oh.
the traffic and children and,
I am too. That's the way I come and go all the time. So, yeah, I am too. We'll see what planning commission comes up with. Make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Satterfield.
I'll second that motion again to reiterate this developer, this development, and if it changes hands or the development changes whatsoever, it reverts back to its A1 zoning. I'll second Commissioner Satterfield's motion.
We got a motion by Commissioner Satterfield to approve, seconded by Commissioner McShaver to approve the zoning change in the 3rd district. Any further discussion?
Now, Jim, have they submitted anything else or,
Not at this time. no, sir.
okay, so we're just, okay, thank you. Sorry, Henry, thank
No
you.
further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, while we're just at this point right here, and Jim, before you go out the door, I want to go back to reiterate what Bill said. Over the course of 2 years, 3 really, when this all started, this body has, beyond a shadow of a doubt, passed the most stringent zoning regulations in the state of Tennessee. What this development right here is looking at is our new R2 zone. The only reason they're asking for the R2 is because they want to ask for a cluster option when they get before planning. The only place that you can have a lot smaller than a ½ acre in Loudon County is if you are approved a cluster option. Otherwise, everything is a minimum ½ acre lot. So we have taken great strides. Again, the minimum lot in Loudon County is 1/2 acre. If you want to compare that to Lenore City, where their R3 is 24 units per acre. That's the vastness of the difference between us and other jurisdictions.
And before we did this in Loudon County, how many houses could they get to an acre?
7 under a PUD, and it was even larger than that before we dropped it down to 7. So we have done it. So I guess what I'm getting at, probably nobody behind this table is more concerned about overgrowth and development than I am, but we know we have to allow some. We can't stop it all, nor was that ever our plan to stop it all. So I'll assure you, the 321 corridor is going to see more of this probably sooner than later, since Friendsville ran the sewer line from
Friendsville, from Blunt County to
all the way
Glendale
to,
School.
yeah. So that, we're gonna see more of this. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the cluster. I wanted to eliminate the cluster altogether, just because it allows for the 15,000 square foot lots. It allows you to jumble things back up. Overall, you still got more open space, and you have to sacrifice 25%.
Yes, sir.
You have to give up 25% of your acreage to even have the cluster. So there's a little bit of trade-off, more open space, but I'm not a big fan of the little lots and the houses all jumbled on top of each other. And that will be a sight to see going across 321, because it'll be the only thing out there for a while. But there will be more coming. You can set your clock on.
Now, if I had my druthers, I'd rather be a little more traditional, not have the houses stacked on
I
top
agree.
of each other.
Anyhow, that's all, Mr. Chairman. I just wanna, since there's been so much discussion on that.
There's gonna be a lot of empty houses.
Next up would be Buddy Bradshaw. He's down at the beach having a good time, good vacation. I hope you're having fun there. So Van Shaver's gonna fill in for him. So Van, I turn it over to you.
I will do it, and I'm gonna do the solid waste thing first. I'll put that in the form of a motion. We approve Adam's request on the solid waste.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Randolph.
Could we have a name?
Yes.
You got it right there.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it right there.
who snuck that into my pack?
Why you wasn't looking?
Okay,
Is it seconded by Randall?
yes. Okay, seconded by
If you
Commissioner
give me and read
Randolph.
that sometime and see what this guy's background is, it's something.
Something else.
Mhm.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
How do you keep mud off the road?
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Ah,
Any opposed?
Does any of that PhD cover how to keep mud off the road?
I don't know. We'll see. There may be a whole new scientific formula. Mr.
Steve,
Chairman, the second item is gonna be the interlocal agreement with Lenore City. It was discussed at the workshop, and the only concerns I heard raised was whether or not anybody thinks we'd ever get paid from Lenore City for their half of it. I think Road Commissioner Billy Pickle is here to speak to that. I understand that right?
I can.
Yeah, come on.
Thank you all. When we presented back to Lenore City some of the concerns that the commission had expressed during the workshop, they have decided to not enter into an interlocal agreement with the county, that they would contact the contractor and set up the job themselves for their half, and we would still have our half to do.
That ought to be a cute trick. How you gonna do it with two different halves?
The same way that's the way you pay roads, you pay one half.
Oh, I understand that. I
Pay the
understand
other
that.
half.
Well, then we don't have anything to vote on.
No, we can.
I'm done, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank y'all. Oh, I would like to recognize that I do have some employees here that work hard in each one of y'all's districts. If y'all take a second to recognize them.
Hey,
Thanks
guys.
for what you do.
Which one of you is keeping, Meadow Road from flooding down there?
Next up is Matt Kleinschmidt.
All right, the first item I have is the health insurance, and the budget committee has recommended to approve the UHS Insurance Plan Option 1 with the current percentage split between employer and employee, and also offer the UHC Insurance Option 2 with the employee paying the increase in the cost over Plan Option 1.
So do we need to just go ahead and make a motion on that?
That's what you need.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion.
But, while we're in discussion, I know there's some concerns about that. And we've ran the numbers, and we've looked at this thing upside down. And I think the Surest plan is a good plan. I checked other doctors, talked to other employees who said that they think it's a good plan. And along with the COLA that we're doing, I think it's the best thing for the county. The surest option A will increase the county's contribution to that plan by $250,000. The option 2 plan would increase the cost to the county by $400,000. So, we're giving employees an option, if you want option 2, to help pay the difference. And, we're increasing on option 1. I think that's the fairest thing for the employees, along with the COLA that we're gonna present for the employees.
What is the biggest benefit from option 2 compared to option 1?
Option 2 has a lower out-of-pocket cost. It's $1,500 and $3,000. Option 1 has a $4,000, $8,000 for family, $4,000 for individual out-of-pocket cost.
Copay.
Okay.
No,
Out-of-pocket.
Out-of-pocket.
Only copays, no deductibles.
Yeah.
On both
But the
plans.
surest plan is based on, I mean, insurance is changing. We all know that insurance it has to change. It's going crazy. Insurance cost is going out the roof, but with the surest plan, it's based on copays. So if you'll look at your doctors, now if you're constantly going to the doctor, you got serious issues, I think you need to look at it. But if you go to the doctor, regular checkups, that sort of stuff, I think if you'll look at it, you know, I can't talk about other people's medical, but I looked at mine, where I now pay a $35 copay for my regular doctor. It goes down to a $10 copay, where I pay my doctor now $35 on a Tuesday for blood work, and then go to his office on Thursday for him to read my blood work. That would cost me $70. Now it costs me $10. It covers them both. So, I think in medication, I say on every medication that I'm on.
And he's on a lot.
Well, I'm on, you know, I'm on seven prescriptions a day. I mean, I had open heart surgery 2 years ago, so, I save money on every one of those copays. So, I think if you look at it, you can compare what it does for you.
and this is what company?
It's United Health.
United Healthcare. Good, I still have my dental insurance.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Shaver, to approve the recommendation of the Budget Committee regarding the healthcare. Any further discussion?
Would you all like to, our employees that are here, do you all have anything to say about their concerns?
They've had a lot. We've had several meetings.
Yeah.
I got one question. So, Plan 1's 200 something thousand, Plan 2, or Option 2, 400 something thousand. We have 296 employees, so say half of them want Plan 2. Are they just paying that percentage that it costs over? Or are they going, the 150 that does it has to make up that 400?
No, they're paying the difference between the difference of the cost of the Plan B and Plan A.
Any further discussion? There's money involved. Call the roll.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
I don't like UHC, so I'm gonna vote no.
Quillen. No. Satterfield,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yes.
Fowler's absent, Randolph.
Yes.
Okay.
7-2.
What is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-2.
And one absent.
7-2, the
no
motion
help.
carries.
Okay, item 2 is a large format printer, lease for register of deeds. It's 36 months for 205 months. She currently has this printer in her office, and it's just a release. It's a little slightly less than what we currently lease it for.
Does she really need that printer? I can't tell, huh?
Yes.
I make the motion to approve the printer.
Second.
We got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner James, to approve the Register of Deeds printer. Any further discussion? There's money involved, call the roll.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
excuse me, Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yes.
Waller, Randolph,
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Motion carries.
The third item I have is a copy machine for Philadelphia School. We had to replace it already, so this machine's currently there. It's $149.16 per month for 60 months. I had the machine go down, so we had to replace it.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? Money involved, call the roll.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yes.
Randolph,
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Whitfield.
Well, here's gonna be the topic of the night.
I object, no.
Yeah, so I'm asking that we resend our letter to the EDA. I know the EDA is not a popular thing on county commission, but I feel that we have to continue to work with the EDA. My biggest fear is our grant situation. I think if we opt out, I got a second opinion letter from Mr. Bowman that says if we opt out, that we will lose all grants. And if we lose grants, that's grants to our health department, to our sheriff's department, to our road department, to just about any entity that we have out there. Now, it comes to millions of dollars in federal grants. So for the measly $177,000, and for us to, when it compares to millions, for $177,000, and to give us an opportunity to continue to work with the EDA to try to make it a better organization for the county. I understand some concerns, and we can get those concerns, and we can address those in EDA meetings. And I'll make that commitment that I will address those concerns. I'd like to make a motion that we resend our letter to the EDA.
I'll second. Mr. Chairman, I think I'll make a comment on this one.
I'm sure
Hold
you
on,
will.
I got a second by Commissioner Jenkins.
It doesn't matter to me what happens here tonight, but I am gonna reiterate why we're here tonight. Commissioner Whitfield, I appreciate his commitment, but he's had 2 years to fix this. You can't fix it. There's no way to fix it. The EDA is a long obsolete organization. Loudon County is now throwing away $177,000 a year into an organization that basically despises the county. It's headed up by a man that doesn't live in Loudon County. His name is Jack Qualls. Let me look at the camera. Mr. Qualls' office is located up at the LCUB Palace. He works for Lenore City. He works for Loudon. He's responsible for the pilots that we're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on. He's responsible for annexations, some illegal, some not. He's made it clear he doesn't worry about what Loudon County thinks. Lenore City pays $32,000. Loudon pays $34,000. I could be off $1,000 or $2,000 there, and we're in it for $177,000 a year. Now, it was bad when that's all it was, but now that the EDA has turned hostile toward Loudon County, it makes it even doubly bad that we're paying to get beat up by the Economic Development Agency of Loudon County. Now, the grant thing, Commissioner Whitfield is exactly right. I've been fighting this EDA thing for many, many years. I have multiple Attorney General opinions that say, and I won't get into it because it's so complicated, but bottom line is, if we don't pay them any amount of money they ask for, any amount, there's no limit what they can ask for, then we will lose all of our grants. Not the 5 that was in the law, but the Attorney General says all grants. We've all had, not all of us, some of us had conversations with our state representatives and others who feel like that was nothing more than a big stick in a 25-year-old law, that very, very unlikely that the state of Tennessee is going to turn off all the dollars coming to Loudon County because we don't pay for an organization that's determined to damage Loudon County. Am I willing to take that risk and get a nasty gram from the comptroller and say, hey, You've got to give them everything you've got. You don't have a choice. You lose all your grants. You better believe I'd take that chance. If we sat here and voted not to fund them this year, and the comptroller came back in July or August and said, you gotta do it. Law says right here you gotta do it, you're gonna lose all your grants. Certainly I would have to change and say we fund them. Am I willing to test this law to see if the state of Tennessee is really there and would really and truly cut off all of our grants because of this problem we have? Yeah, I'd test it tomorrow. That's just me. I'm not asking anybody here to vote any way on anything. I haven't talked to a soul about this in months and months and months. I guess since 2 years ago when we voted to withdraw from it. So that's just a refresher of what got us to a letter that we were going to withdraw from it. It's a terrible, terrible organization that does nothing but hurt Loudon County. And if we continue to fund them, well, it'll just get worse.
I think that's
Well,
just an
and
amount of days.
I'm just not willing to take that chance.
I understand that's the difference between you and I. I got solid legs, you got rubber legs.
I hear you, but I think there's opportunities there to continue to work, to try to have Loudon County, Loudon City, Lenore City, all work together for a common goal, and
If I remember,
I have to have faith in that.
back when we first did this, Mayor Harris in Loudon actually is not really even a member of the body, but he was supposed to be coming in quarterly and give us all these updates. I haven't seen him since that last meeting, that 2 years ago
He
meeting.
has made that commitment to come,
Yeah.
I mean, I think until, after we opted out, after this commission opted out, he, wasn't sure if it was appropriate for him to come, but he's willing to make that commitment to be.
Mr. Chairman, when has been the last time that Mr. Qualls have been here with any project pertaining to Loudon County, not the cities, but Loudon County? When's the last time he's put any project on the table for Loudon County? Does anybody know?
I do. So the last one was, 7 months ago, the Wampler, Road. It was $1.5 million, TDEC grant, cost the county $60,000 to get a $1.5 million road.
Be careful giving him credit for that one. I think the Wamplers are the ones who worked that one out.
But he was there and he was involved in it, brought it to us.
Well, that's all well and good. I'm talking about something, a bone with some meat on it. That right there is, I'm not overly impressed that we built a road, that for the business out there. I mean, that's all well and good, but I mean, a man's right. I'm gonna vote for your motion tonight because but he's exactly right. I mean, the relationship between, Mr. Qualls and the county is not a good one, and I don't know that he actually actively works for anything on our behalf.
Well, he works against it,
But anyhow.
But I think as me being on that committee, it's my job to try to improve.
Oh, absolutely, I do,
To try to improve that
I'm
relationship.
just saying, I'm not happy with what he's been doing with his effort and what he's been able to do for Loudon County in the last 2, 3.
however long he's been
4
here.
years. But no, like I said,
All I can tell you is that night he walked out and didn't answer the question in a huff.
packed his bags and went to Lenore City.
That was beyond the pale. And in any Fortune 500 company across this country, he'd have been fired the next morning. That's my,
Organization's only gonna be as good as the one running it.
yep. Anyway, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Jenkins, to rescind the EDA letter. Any other discussions?
So by rescinding that, we take them back?
Yeah.
You don't have to make any other kind of motion to,
No.
okay.
Write the check, that's all I
There's-
expect.
There's money involved, do it by roll.
Is there money in the budget?
Yeah, it's there.
Did we fund it?
Yes,
Yeah, we did.
We never voted on it.
yes, we did.
I don't think we did, but it don't matter.
It's in the current year and it's in.
It's in the current year, yes.
And it's in next year.
And it's in next year, we funded it.
Okay, call the roll, Tammy.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
No.
Shaver,
Nope.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Yes.
Next month, I'll be asking to send another letter to withdraw.
7-2.
In 2 years.
7-2, Tammy. Motion carries.
You gotta do something. Y'all do understand, they can walk in here tomorrow and say, we want $1 million, and you run to the same gun.
Well,
You
then,
have to give it to them.
If they ask for more, then
Yeah.
I'll be on board, but I'm not willing to take the
I
chance on
understand.
losing.
But under this same law that says we lose the grants, they can ask for any amount of money and we have to pay it. Now tell me that's a law that anybody's gonna back up.
Is it not based on population?
No, ma'am.
That's not the one, but we have something that is.
Well, there are a lot of things that are.
But
This
this
one,
one is
this
not.
one was actually
Okay.
based on industrial property. That's why Loudon pays more than Lenore City. And then the thought of, in 1998, the thought was, well, the county has all of the industrial property, so they should pay more. But that's why Loudon pays more than Lenore City, because of course Lenore City's commercial, Loudon's industrial, but yeah, but you have the interlocal agreement that was signed, Harvey Sproul wrote it that long ago, and I mean, it's a doozy, buddy. You can't get out of it. All three parties have to agree
Yeah,
to make
that's
any
right.
changes to the interlocal agreement.
Okay,
It'd be bad if marriage contracts are that way.
Aaron, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So letter A is a consideration of request to accept a request from the estate of Margaret A. Jessamine, I believe is how it's pronounced, to the animal shelter. The total is $21,163.48.
Let's make a point, just in case somebody tries to make an issue out of it. You never know how people like to make issues. This did not go through the workshop.
It did not.
So this one was a matter of urgency also, just exactly like the solid waste one was. But I don't think anybody's gonna have a huge objection to taking a $21,000 donation to the animal shelter, but I'll make a motion, we approve that one.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Satterfield.
And to that point, I will tell you that it did go through our attorney, Mr. Bowman.
Yep.
Well, that's very nice. I mean, the donation is
I think
Very
it's
nice.
great.
very nice.
And thank you to the family.
Yes.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Money involved, call a roll.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yes.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Letter B is consideration of recommendation to approve a one-time bonus for Loudon County Ag employees from current contract funding.
Make a motion, we approve.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner.
Second.
All of this again's been through the budget committee, been through the workshop, so
And
We know
and
what
this
it is.
And this is paid really by the University of Tennessee.
it's correct.
They're taking care of it. We got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Satterfield. Any further discussion? Money involved, call a roll.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yes.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Letter C is consideration of recommendation to approve a 5-year contract for a drone purchase in the sheriff's department. They are planning on funding it out of their Toledo reserve.
Make motion we approve.
Second.
What's the dollar amount? I don't remember.
It's $57,780.20 divided over 5 years.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Whitfield, seconded by Commissioner Quillen, to approve the 5-year contract for the drone purchase for the sheriff's department. Any further discussion? Money involved, call the roll.
Morrison,
Yes.
Shaver,
Yep.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield.
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen.
Yes.
Letter D is consideration of recommendation to approve the Homeland Security 2025 grant in EMA with no matching funds.
Motion, we approve.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner Randolph, to approve the EMA grant. And by the way, that pretty well funds EMA, so you don't want to lose that one. Any further discussion? Money involved, call the roll.
Shaver,
Aye.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield,
Aye.
Whitfield.
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve 1 through 11 unless Ms. Rice has anything additional she's asked to it since the workshop.
I'm looking, hang on.
Alright.
No. Everything's
Second.
the same.
Who's-
Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver to approve 1 through 11, seconded by Commissioner Jenkins. Any further discussion? Money involved, call the roll.
Randolph,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Quillen. Aye. Satterfield.
Aye.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Shaver.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Letter F is just distribution of the following reports. These reports were included in your packets that Ms. Wampler sent out and are on the website. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Next up is notaries, I
Mr. Chairman,
guess.
I'll make a motion that the absence of Commissioner Waller, they approve the notaries and bonds and stuff.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Shaver, seconded by Commissioner James to approve the notaries. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we adjourn. Second. Third.
We got a motion by Commissioner Shaver to adjourn, seconded by Commissioner James. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.
Go home.
I want to thank you for explaining all this.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it works out. When we started, we had plans about PUD. I've had them ever since I got here in 2004. Basically, PUD is, we had